Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another preview video. We're going to be taking a look at the Pathfinder First Edition core rulebook. And this is for the Fantasy Grounds virtual tabletop program. And in this video, we're going to show you everything that you get when you purchase the Fantasy Grounds core rules. So the first thing that you are going to notice is the Pathfinder First Edition role-playing game for Fantasy Grounds has a beautiful theme that is all themed for Pathfinder. You got your nice goblin buttons here on the right-hand side. These are all the buttons that are available. Everything that you need to access all of the data in Pathfinder First Edition, you'll be able to access from the sidebar buttons on the right-hand side, and also from your library. You will need to activate your Pathfinder core rules. And to do so, all you need to do is go into your modules. And when you go into your modules, just do a search. If you have a bunch of modules like myself, you'll just type in Pathfinder and all of the Pathfinder stuff will show up after you hit enter, and there you go. So for this preview video, we're taking a look at the core book. So what you'll do is you'll just find the core book, and then you'll just hit the load button, and it'll load it into your software. Another thing is, with most of the Pathfinder modules and splat books and stuff like that, you will get decal extensions. And the decal extensions you'll be able to activate from the startup screen after you start up the program. And they just add decoration to your desktop. So we'll just kind of move this out of the side. This is your options button. And to find these desktop decals, in the upper right-hand side, the cog wheel, just scroll down and look for desktop decals. And however many desktop decals that you have activated, it will give you a certain amount of images. So there's the Pathfinder logo. Here's the Pathfinder role-playing game. And these are all default for the Pathfinder core rulebook. And like I said, with more Pathfinder modules that you obtain, you can, have more. So if there's a bunch of different ones. And you'll get them from the Advanced Race Guide, the Advanced Class Guide, the different bestiaries, all of the different adventure paths. So there will be a ton of art that you'll be able to go through and decorate your Pathfinder First Edition theme. And that's a good thing. And like I said, the more modules that you have and the more desktop decals that you have loaded, as you can see, we haven't hit any doubles yet in art, and there's just so much beautiful art in Pathfinder that you'll be able to decorate your theme up for your players and have a different theme every single game. You can keep them guessing. So another thing that I also want to talk about with Pathfinder products, or any Paizo product for that matter, is that you can take advantage of the great partnership that we have with Paizo, where if you take your Fantasy Grounds account and you link or sync your account to your Paizo account and link them together, any of the official PDFs from Paizo, and that does not include third-party PDFs, just official Paizo products like Starfinder, Pathfinder First Edition, and Second Edition, you can get a discount of the price that you paid for the PDF off of the Fantasy Grounds version. So the core rulebook for First Edition PDF is $10. So you'll get $10 off of the Fantasy Grounds version. I believe Pathfinder 2 is $15 and Starfinder is $10. So if you have your account synced up and if you own the PDF, you can take advantage and get a discount, which is a really nice partnership that we have with Paizo. And it works the opposite as well. So if you do not own the Pathfinder core rules for First Edition, you can purchase the core rulebook from us here at Fantasy Grounds from the website or on Steam. And then once you have your account linked up and synced up to the Paizo website, then you can go to Paizo and download the core rulebook PDF. So just note, if you go to get a refund and you did download the PDF, then the price of the PDF will be deducted from your purchase to compensate Paizo for the PDF. So just a little heads up for you, but it's a great partnership that we have with Paizo, and it provides discounts for all of the different PDFs that you may own from the Paizo website. So definitely take advantage of that. So what do you get with the Pathfinder First Edition core rulebook? Well, we've already talked about, you get the theme, you get the decals, and you get the core book. And like I said, it's in your library. You go to your module activation, you load it in, and voila. So every Pathfinder module, core book, splat book, etc., AP, will have a beautiful reference manual set up for you. And the reference manual is like reading a PDF. And you can hold down control and you can open up this interface so you can read all of the pages of the core rules. And it's broken up into the different chapters for you, so you can go to chapter 1, get started. And like I said, it's almost like reading a PDF. It has everything, all of the information that is in the core book for you. And the reference manual has a forward and previous page that you can basically just flip the pages. And it's like reading a PDF. I mean, it's beautiful. It has all of the art, all of the images. Everybody's favorite race is the elf. I'm just kidding there. Don't take that seriously. You can take these images, you can click on them, and then you can right-click on them and share them to your players. So you have that capability to do so. And like I said, every chapter is broken up. So you can see chapter 1 getting started. When you open up chapter 1, there's all the sections of chapter 1. You know, character creation, all of the sections there. And you can just keep looking through all of the different chapters. And if you want to go to, you know, if you're in the classes and you want to check out the cleric, all you have to do is just click on the cleric link and voila. The reference manual takes you right to that portion of the core book. And then it has everything you need for creating the cleric. It's beautiful the way it's set up. Like I said, it's just like reading a PDF for the most part. And that's how the entire core book is set up through the reference manual. So anything you want to see, all you have to do is just go to that section. And you can also use the search box down here in the lower left-hand corner of the reference manual interface. And like I said, to resize this, just hold down your control button and just resize it to the size that you want. Or you can use the drag handle in the lower right-hand corner as well to resize the reference manual interface. So that's the beautiful reference manual that's in all of the different Pathfinder products. Now, what else are you going to get? You're going to get all of the armor that's in the core book, all broken up. I mean, this is beautiful. All of your light armors, your medium armors, your heavy armors, your shields, etc. All of the mods, everything will be here. And as you can see, if I create a character really quickly, and you can go to the equipment tab, and this is a beautiful thing. You don't have to type anything with this either. There's, a high percentage, 80 to 90% drag and drop features that we have where you can drag and drop everything onto the character sheet. So if you want to have your, banded mail, all you have to do is just pick up the Paizo symbol, drag it onto the equipment tab or the inventory tab of your character sheet. So all of your equipment is drag and drop, which is really nice. And then you can just click on the Paizo symbol and it has all of the numbers and all of the pertinent information for that item, feat, class, race, whatever. You can also notice that if you have the item equipped, and this goes for armor and weapons. It will automatically calculate your armor class for you. So, you went from a base of a 10 AC up to a 17 with this armor. And then it goes the same thing for weapons as well. If and I'll do a weapon for you here in a little bit. So those are that's all of the armor. And as you can see, there is a ton of it. It's all drag and drop, and it's beautifully set up for you. Here are your classes. These are all of the core classes that are in the core rulebook, and it also has some of the special archetypes as well. So here is the Barbarian. It has everything you need to know. You can hold down Control, and you can open this as well. You can, if you're playing a Barbarian and you want to have easy access to this information, you can always take the little piezo symbol and drag it down to your F1 through 12 macro bar along the bottom of the interface of Fantasy Grounds. So that way, I've got it in the F3 box. Anytime you want to access any information that you have on the hotbar, just hit that F button and voila, it'll pop up for you. So the races are drag and drop as well, and all you'll want to do is just take the race or the class and just drop it onto the pertinent box. And there you go. You added a Barbarian. It'll ask you what your favorite class is. From the list below, you just choose whatever. We'll just go ahead and choose Barbarian again, and voila. It'll ask you what reward. So there's a lot of automation in this to where you really don't, it really takes care of a lot of the legwork for you. So we'll go with 1 extra hit point per level. And then every time you level again, it'll take all of the changes that you took into consideration, and it'll add everything for you. And as you can see, all of the abilities for the Barbarian were put into your special abilities, so you don't have to type anything again. It adds all your proficiencies, weapons, armor, etc. So that is the classes. And in fact, we'll go ahead and I'll open this back up for you. You can also, every time you level up your character, you'll just take Barbarian and drop it on there again, and there you go. What do you want for your favorite class? We'll take another hit point, etc. You can multi-class as well. So if you want to take Bard or Druid, you can also take that, and then it'll make you a level 3 character. And there you go. In your chat box, it tells you everything that is added to your character sheet. So it's a beautiful thing. It even takes multi-classing into consideration. So you can multi-class. It's really nice. So next, let's go ahead and take a look at the feats. Feats there are a ton of feats. If you're familiar with Pathfinder, there are plenty of feats. There are plenty of player options for you, and everything is drag and drop as well. So we'll open up our character again. In fact, we'll just kind of keep our character over here, and we're going to name him Snots. So we'll just kind of put a name on him. You can go to your abilities tab, and you can see your feat box here. So anytime that you get a feat, every couple levels you'll get a feat, you can go ahead and just drag these feats onto your character sheet, and you can see that it takes all of the information. So here's the dodge feat, and it has all of the prerequisites. It has anything you need to know about the feat there. So voila. So it won't add the bonus to your AC. The feats, you'll need to manually adjust any kind of attack bonuses or any armor bonuses yourself. But it's nice, you don't have to write anything down, copy paste anything from a PDF. Like I said, all of the legwork is already done for you. So next are the images. These are all of the images that are in the Pathfinder First Edition core rulebook, and everything is in order for you. There are hundreds and hundreds of images, everything from, the items and the equipment section to there's the goblins from the goblin attack in the introduction of the book. And you can simply right click on every one of these items or these images. You can right click and share them to your players. So those are all the images. Here's all of the, we already took a look at all of the armor. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at now all of the goods and services, and there are hundreds of items They're all broken up in sections, so if you need alchemical tools, we'll add a couple smoke bombs, we'll add some holy water, we'll add an alchemist fire, we'll also add an artisan's outfit, some sewing needles for when it gets bad and you need to repair your leather armor. Here's a backpack. And as you can see, your encumbrance goes up. So for every one of these items that has a weight, it will automatically calculate your encumbrance for you. So that's a beautiful thing too. Everything is automated for the most part. So those are the goods and services and everything you need to know about the item. Just click on the Paizo symbol and here's everything and all the mechanics for holy water. Don't have to look anything up. You have everything at your fingertips. Here are the magic items, and there are a ton of magic items in Pathfinder as well. And if you have any of these, maybe they'll be in the party sheet or anything, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. You just take the ring of spell turning and add it, or maybe the rod of alertness. And so all of the magic items are also drag and drop. We've also organized them by slot as well. So here's armor, there's belts, there's all kinds of different armors, robes, chest pieces, there's eye slots, feet, hands. Everything is broken up into sections for you, and they're all drag and drop, which is a beautiful thing. Here are the races for Pathfinder. The 7 core races: dwarf, elf, gnome, half elf, halfling, half elk, the half orc, and human. So to choose your race during character customization, you just pick up whatever you want. We'll go half orc, and we'll just drop it right on the race and choose the ability that you want to increase. We'll increase strength. So when you hit the check button, you'll notice that it went from 10 to 12, and you're set. And then everything for your race is added into the chat, which will be translated onto the abilities tab of your character sheet, where all of your racial traits are. And those, once again, are already filled out for you. So you'll get weapon familiarity, you'll get orc ferocity, orc blood, and intimidation. And everything is there. No copy pasting needed. It really takes care of you. So those are all of your races. Next, here are the skills. The skills are already on your character sheet on the skills tab, which is the third one down. And it will take into consideration your ranks, any kind of miscellaneous bonuses from magic items or feats or anything like that. And there's all your skills. You can also click on, if you want to know about the the handle animal skill, just go to the right of animal handle, click on the Paizo symbol, and here's everything you need to know about handle animal. And it's basically just reading the content right out of the skills chapter in the core book. So all of the skills are done brilliantly for you. Here's special abilities, which are basically your schools of magic. So here's all kinds of different powers for your clerics, your arcane powers, your barbarian rage powers, and these are all drag and drop as well onto the abilities. So you'll just take dispelling magic for the rogue, and there it is there. You can open it up. It has all of the information for that special ability there. And these are all broken up into sections for you by class. So special abilities are all drag and drop as well. Here are the weapons. I told you I'll show you the weapons as well. So we'll say that you just have a regular dagger, level 1 character. We'll take the dagger, drop it onto your inventory tab. There is your dagger. Make sure it's equipped. And when you make sure it's equipped, you'll see on your on the combat tab, here's all your bonuses. You'll want to go to your actions, and there it is. There's your dagger as a melee weapon, and here's your dagger as a thrown or ranged weapon. It takes all of your attack bonuses, your ability scores into consideration. It'll auto-calculate all them for you. And of course, whenever you choose your ability scores, of course, there will be higher numbers there for you. And when you're on your actions tab, you just go ahead and click on the attack, +3, not a good roll, and it'll say attack. Here's your damage as well. You just click on the damage, and there you go. Ooh, minimum damage too. Bad rolls. Bad rolls for snots there. So there's the weapons. They're all broken up into the different weapon groups, from simple light melee to simple one-handed, simple ranged, martial light, etc. And all of these weapons are drag and drop. You don't have to type anything out. You don't have to calculate anything. Everything is taken care of for you. But like I said, you will need to adjust some of your numbers with feats and with your special racial abilities or special class abilities or anything like that. Last but not least, Pathfinder has lots of spells, and they are all in alphabetical for you. If you want to play a cleric, voila, all of the different class types are in order. Click on the cleric. It has everything from your cantrips, your level 0 spells, cantrips, or horizons, and then it has everything from cleric 1 spells all the way to cleric level 9. And all of these as well are drag and drop. They will go onto your character sheet. So let's kind of go back out and let's look for some bard spells, seeing that we have bard up here. So we'll look for the bard. Here we go. In spells, there's the bard. We'll add days. We'll have to select a class, I believe. So once you select your class, there you go. You'll just need to start adding your spells in there. And everything is drag and drop. You know, if you have level 1 stuff you want to add, just add those in there, cure light wounds, etc. And then as you level your character up, different spell levels will become available. And then you'll be able to add your bard level 2 spells, level 3 spells, as you get higher levels in bard. So there you go. And then everything for cure light wounds, you just open up the Pisa symbol. It has everything, all of the different components of the spell. It will also have built in the effects. So if there's any rolls involved with spells, in the lower right-hand corner of the Actions tab, there's a display button. You can display from, the spell itself to the action. So here's your Cure Light Wounds, 1d8 plus 1. You'll just take this, drop it into the chat, or drop it onto the token that you want to heal, and it will automatically add those hit points back to the token or the character in the combat tracker. Beautiful thing. So all of your spells are drag and drop as well. So the last couple things I do want to show you are the combat tracker, and I want to show you the party sheet. So these are utilities that you're going to need as a DM. So as a player, you may use the party sheet a little bit, and the party you'll also use a combat tracker as well when you're going to a combat tactical situation. But this is some of the awesome bread and butter of what Fantasy Grounds is. So all you would do is you would just add your character snots. We'll go ahead and we'll add an image to them really quick. We'll just say, here's snots. We'll just say that that's a bugbear image. So we'll put snots into the combat tracker, and we'll also put him into the party sheet as well. So that's a beautiful thing. You can see that for the DM, you can see all of this pertinent information. You can do checks for the entire group if you want to. Here are the skills for each character that's in the party sheet. You can allocate items. You can allocate them yourself, or your players can take those items. So I'll load a couple of items in here. Let's add, we'll say that there was some acid, an adamant battle axe, some alchemist fire. You can change the number of those from 1 to, say, there's 3 alchemist fire. And your characters, this is what they looted from the bad guy after saving the princess. So your players can drag and drop this stuff from the party sheet onto their character sheet. So there's no typing. I mean, if Snot's here wants the adamantine dagger, all he's got to do is just pick this up, drag it onto his sheet. You'll see that it disappears from the party sheet and goes on to his character sheet. Beautiful thing. It takes all of the money and it will split everything easily. So we'll say that there's 25 platinum. We'll say that there's 100 gold, and it will split this up evenly between how many players are in the party sheet. Now we only have Snots, so it'll take and put all of this coin onto his character sheet. So on the inventory tab, there's the 25 platinum and 100 gold. It does the same thing for experience as well. So if you're running any of the pre-built adventure path modules or anything, you can take the XP parcels, the encounter parcels, or you can take the quest parcels and add them into these boxes here and distribute it evenly. So we'll say that we'll just create one here. We'll say that this is saving the princess, save the princess. And it's really easy to make these as well. And we'll say it's a level 2 quest and it was worth, we'll say 1,000 experience. So now when you award this, it will go to, there you go. We'll award it. Voila. It was awarded to here in the tab where your class and level is. You can go ahead and see that, all of the experience needed is here, and it will award all of the encounter experience, all of the quest experience to the amount of characters that are in the party sheet. So that's a beautiful thing. In fact, your players really don't have to type out too much. I mean, they may have to type out what their character looks like and stuff, what their appearance or any notes, but anything else content-wise from the core rulebook of Pathfinder, everything is pretty much drag and drop and automated, which really makes playing the game a lot easier, which is a great thing. So there we go, everybody. That is what you get for functionality, themes, everything for the Pathfinder 1st Edition core rulebook. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think of the rule set down in the comment section below. I'd like to hear, and we like to answer all of the comments as well. So until the next video, everybody, happy gaming, stay safe. My name is David, and keep using the awesome Fantasy Grounds virtual tabletop program. Bye, everybody.